Hi, my name is Parul Sharma, and I welcome you all to a very special conversation with the management of Landmark Cars Limited. The company is coming up with an IPO on December 13, 2022 and closes on December 15, 2022. The price band is set at rupees 481 to rupees 506 per share. The minimum bid lot size is 29 equity shares. The issue size comprises of 552 crores, of which fresh issue is 150 crores and offer for sale is rupees 402 crores. Today, we have with us the captain of the ship, Mr. Sanjay Thakkar, promoter, chairman, and executive director, who is joined by Mr. Armanya Thakkar, executive director of the company. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
To begin with, why should someone invest in Landmark Cars Limited? What makes this company special and different from the other businesses?
Good you asked such a pertinent question as the first question. Let's understand where is India. So India will be selling around 4 million cars finally this year. Ahead of us is China at 27 million, US at 17 million. Now, the journey of India has just begun. People are finally buying the premium and luxury cars. And this is the story which Landmark is bringing to the table. Every developed country has its share of listed dealership chains, whether it is in America, whether it is in China, whether it is in even South America, forget Europe. India doesn't have any. Now, this is a shame. In fact, the IPO of a dealership chain is long overdue. So, this is the thing that we are bringing to the table as the country will buy cars, service cars, get into the premiumization. This is a long journey which is just beginning.
You are highly concentrated in Gujarat and Maharashtra. What is your expansion strategy going forward? And also, if you can talk about the South, because currently you have no presence over there.
Correct. So I think the correct thing to say is that we are concentrated in Gujarat, in Maharashtra, as well as NCR. So these three are our very large pockets because of the size of the market themselves. We are also having meaningful presence in, say, Madhya Pradesh and in Punjab. We are also in Kolkata. But because the concentration is there in the good markets, we started with 100% concentration in Gujarat. And after that, it has been growing. I mean, these are the important states of India which are having the ease of doing operations, where the GDP, the per capita is higher. So actually, it's a good situation to be in the states which matter. Now, to answer your question, the point is that we will, there's nothing, no bar on south or north or east. That's not how we look at it. As comes, we will surely go to every part of the country which has meaningful market. We call what we call horses for courses. So what product sells where is what we know. So what we do in Vapi will not be the same what we do in Mumbai. So if we go into Hyderabad, we will see what products will sell over there. And 30% of what we have been doing is by way of M&A. We have acquired dealerships very successfully since last 25 years. And I'm sure we will continue on that journey going ahead.
So, you recently moved into the agency model with Mercedes Benz from the dealership model. So, can you tell our viewers about the arrangement and does it have any effect on your revenues and margins?
Yes, it has positive impact on our margins and a kind of let's understand what is this agency model. From 1st October 2021, Mercedes, which was having a dealership agreement with us, has entered into an agency agreement. That is basically to take out the perception that it is a discount that sells the vehicles. So now we have all India one price. There is absolutely transparent pricing, no discount, inter-dealer competition. So the stock has gone out of our books on that day. The cars that are parked in the showroom are owned by the factory, and the customer will have to make payment directly to the factory. The car buying experience is exactly the same as it was earlier. Our people, our showroom, our test drive cars are there for customers to experience and make up their mind. And once that happens, the once the money from the customer reaches the factory, we are ordered to, and the invoice is generated in the name of the customer. We do the finance, insurance, registration, and deliver it to the customer. The margin for us, the retained margins have significantly shot up. The customers are happy because there is a transparent working which is happening. The factory is happy because the cost of sales for them has gone down.
Do you plan to onboard any new dealership arrangements with the other OEM brands?
So because of the period at which we are having this conversation, we are not allowed to make any forward-looking statements. So I will need to kind of let our actions speak in the times to come. Sorry, I can't in a yes or no say that. But what I can say is that our logo is the lion logo, and what I've been saying to people is that the lion never goes to sleep hungry.
So, how is the pre-owned passenger market in India shaping up for you guys?
I think the pre-owned passenger market in India uh, is at a quite a interesting and a growing phase. If you compare it to more developed nations in the West, maybe like the US, where the market is larger, the auto dealers have a much larger piece of the pie. I think 30% of the used cars sold in the US is done via the new car dealerships, which is around 2 to 3% in India. So there is a good scope and a headroom for growth here. At Landmark, I think we will make small strides we have made into this, and we'll do it with our brands. We have picked up a small equity stake in a company by the name of ShareDrive. It's into a B2B evaluation of cars, and we are looking at using that. We are using that technology for our used car business.
Among all the OEMs under the dealership model, which brand is the margin accretive for you?
So it is like asking somebody which of your children do you like more. So the good part is that at any given time, you will have people, the companies which will, with their new models are coming, will do better than the others. Now, that's the beauty of the geographical as well as brand diversification. We are number one dealer for Mercedes-Benz, for Honda, for Volkswagen, for Jeep, and now possibly for BYD in India, and number three for Renault. So we have 1 in 6 Mercedes sold in India is by Landmark. So right now is the time for luxury brands. So Mercedes is obviously taking bigger strides than some other, but in the overall scheme of things, in the next 3 4 years, everybody will be doing as well.
Any intentions to scale up your commercial vehicle retail business? Because as we can see from your dealership models, the percentage of sales of the Ashok Leyland has gone up significantly. Like it was 7.45 in FY 2020, and now it is nearly 13% in FY 22.
The reason for that is that the Mercedes turnover is now not counted as turnover. So it's a little bit of a technical correction which has happened. So Mercedes share coming down is because for the turnover has been counted only for 6 months of the last year, till from April till September of 21. After that, there is no turnover. That's why it's a relative increase that has happened. But as a company, we are more focused on passenger cars, after sales business. Now, after sales business is something which is so predictable and good. We work on a 18% EBITDA margin business, 600 crores of after sales business is what we did. 1 in 3 cars that you see on road meets with an accident every single year. Now, these are the important things which we look at. Commercial vehicle doesn't give so much of after sales revenue. Passenger cars and luxury passenger cars is what we are focused on, which has a solid after sales revenue, good finance and insurance income, and a good sales margin. So we make a whole package in and around.
How do you plan to manage your working capital requirements once you partially pay off your borrowings with the proceeds, as you would still be left with the borrowings of rupees 231 crores?
So the working capital loans, by its definition, is seasonal in nature. So just before the festive season or just when the new cars are getting launched, we stock them up because then we deliver it in the next few weeks. So this is not a static number. It keeps on going up and down. The good part for us is that Mercedes-Benz working capital requirement has significantly gone down now because that new car stock has gone from the books. And we keep a tight lid on what stock that we keep at our stockyards. And I don't think that it is likely to go up any significantly anytime soon. And the demand obviously is far in excess of supplies in most brands.
That's good to hear, sir. Okay, so last question from my side is you had a closure of 4 outlets in FY21, while in the June quarter of FY23, 5 outlets were shut. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I read that it was not economically viable. So, do you foresee any more outlets closure going forward?
Yeah, so the whatever closure outlets are there, see, we are kind of cutting our losses. There is no ego. Businesses have to be profitable. We have done that in the past 2018, 19. The good part of this whole business is that because we have an asset light model, only 2 out of the 112 outlets that we have reported are owned. So we have a great ability to move on, to kind of move out of a location without getting stuck and the money is getting stuck. So this is a good part, and I think you should be happy that any kind of loss-making outlets are getting shut. We are a thinking organization, and whatever doesn't work is something that we are moving out of.
Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you for giving us your valuable time. We wish you and your company the very best for the IPO.
Yeah, looking forward, and we wish that people participate in India's growth story.
Thank you, sir.